Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bill Molyneux's Wargame World. And yes, I was sick for several days. I'm feeling much better. Thank you, all of you that sent out nice notes saying get well soon. Lisa, my wife, is still a little under the weather, but we're coming along. So we're going to start playing Chop Hill. We're going to start off with our artillery bombardment. For this video, I'm going to be doing a move, shoot system and try to keep it going fast. We'll keep this video under 30 minutes. We're using Donald Featherstone's Wargaming notes for our scenario. The Americans have to take Chop Hill. And then next week, we will have the Chinese with extra Chinese that Jim Shaw is painting take the hill back, or attempt to. All right, let's start playing. All right, everyone. Now, we're going to have a special treat. You know, I've talked about Sheriff John of Broome County, New York, and his father, who's made several vehicles for me. He's 93. He is a Korean War veteran himself. All right. And of course, he made this for me. Mr. Vince is his name. And at the end of this video, we'll have a picture of him where he's laying a wreath on the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier several years ago. And all right, with some of his other veterans that went to Arlington. So, we're going to start off with the artillery. And the Americans are going to get 5 artillery blasts. So, I'm going to pause the camera. First of all, we'll let you know. We're going to place one on the T-34. We're going to try to knock out this gun. And I'm going to pause the camera and come back to you. Okay, everybody, this is what happened with our artillery barrage. We'll start off with the T-34. The shell landed back here. We had five rounds. The next one was a direct hit and took out that 40 millimeter Bofors type gun. Now over here on the far flank, we're going to move our camera. So over here, we tried to take out the mortar battery on the hill. However, you see we fell short here and here. And our final 5th round was a direct hit and took out that bunker. So that bunker on the flank has been eliminated. So that's where we're at now. Okay, so let's get the camera up to see who's going to move first. And the red die is the Chinese, and the blue die is Americans. And we have a 1 and a 3. A 1 and a 3. There we go. So the Chinese will move first. I'll pause the camera and move the Chinese around a little bit. So, move our chair out of the way and get the machine gunner up here. And here, we're good. I'm going to send him down. Bring him over to there. My command bunker is good. All right, the Chinese are done moving. Now, it's going to take me a while to move all the Americans. All right, I'm using a move, shoot system. All right, so I'm going to pause the camera and move the Americans. They can move a total of 9 inches and fire, 18 inches and not fire. A lot of decisions to be made. All right. Well, we'll pause the camera here, and hopefully we will. I'm almost thinking for the first turn, I need to just get out there. All right, here we go. Okay, everyone, I opted for moving everyone 9 inches across the board. My big 50 caliber, that didn't move at all because it's going to give cover fire. All these Americans will be able to fire, but the bazooka teams, now BARs can fire and move at 9 inches. So we're going to be laying some fire up there. But and then along here, I did not move the tanks. All right, so this is where we're at for the Americans' first movement. So here we go. Now the Chinese, I'm going to do the heavy weapon stuff first. And I'm not going to be firing everything and dragging this video out long. So I'm going to do one AP firing one time. We'll fire it. We won't fire at Vince's tank. Sergeant Vince. So the T-34 is firing at number 51. Okay. And got our range. Okay. So we just need a 1 through 4 and they hit it. We'll flip our chart over. Armor penetration value. And we're using 10-sided dice. 7 through 10, it's blown up. However, because of that has a -2 armor class, it brings it down to an engine hit track. So it has been damaged, but it is not destroyed. So the T-34 knocks out a track. Put a red pipe cleaner in there, remind me it can't move. And the other heavy weapon stuff we have for the Chinese are the 2 mortars. And I get my mortar die out and my templates. And we will launch a mortar attack. Pause the camera here. Okay, the mortars are here. And we're going to try to knock out some infantry out there. And we're going to, in this zone, it's a hit and a hit. So the mortars did hit here. And they are 3 dice each. 1 through 5s. 1, 2, 3. We lost 4 figures. All right. So the hits were up there, and we lost 4 figures. And we'll put them there for a hit. And there we go. So they came in from here. Now I'm going to go ahead and resolve all this small arms fire and then come back to you. All right, and I'll pause the camera here. Okay, everyone, welcome back. It took me almost 40 minutes to resolve all the combat for both sides. So, and that's using the speeded up system. Our dead Americans are over here. I pull them all back. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, about 25 dead. No vehicle loss, 1 damaged. And then for our North Koreans and Chinese, the T-34 is gone. Vince the Prince, he actually, his tank hit and blew it up. The other tank hit, but then its armor-piercing round bounced off its hull-down position. And then as far as Chinese losses on first turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lost the 37 millimeter. 3 up here. Another 8. About 15 dead Chinese. All right. Now, I will once again roll for artillery bombardment. Okay, and I'm doing that for 3 turns according to the Donald Featherstone notes. And this also, I could have the lights off doing a pre-dawn attack, but you wouldn't see anything. So this is 1 complete turn, and it's this whole complete turn took me 1 hour and 12 minutes, and that's really without me goofing off at all. So the firing, rolling dice, and everything for all of this took a lot longer than I anticipated. One of the reasons is I have to look at each figure and see if it's armed with a submachine gun or a rifle or the BAR for the Americans and Tommy guns and so forth. So, Chop Hill is going to take longer to play out than I thought. Probably I could have put a piece of colored tape under the poker chips, like a signing tape for documents, red for a BAR and yellow for a submachine gun, because it's taken me a while to look at each figure for the dice rolling. My casualties were high for both sides, much higher for the Americans. Their saving attack roll is not that good in the open. All right, what I think I'll do though is I'll do this as turn 1, Chop Hill, and I'll load this one up. All right, so don't forget, this video is helping to support Weiss Fork Battlefield in Kinston, North Carolina. Stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and this was turn 1 of Chop Hill. Thank you, Mr. Vince, for your service in the Korean War.